Welcome to SenteButto-MEDITATION. My name is Nalongo. This is clip 3. Today, I will talk about a sensitive topic that many people avoid: the daughter of a narcissistic mother. Believe it or not, there are many women out there struggling with their mother-daughter relationships and don't quite know how to get out of it. According to research, many mothers project their issues on their daughters because of a psychological attachment they have with them. Normally, a mother singles out one out of her children and makes them responsible for her expectations. A mother who expects her daughter to look after her young siblings, for example, may put a lot of pressure on her daughter. A mother who was traumatized when she was a child may not quite know how to take mental care of her own daughter. That's why you find that many women struggle with their mother-daughter relationships because they don't feel loved. If you are a woman who feels that your own mother refuses to talk about what happened to you when you were a child, this may include domestic violence, please try and understand that your mother may also be struggling with this, and she may also need therapy just like you do. Now, some mothers' issues are genuine, and it takes understanding of their own issues in order to make peace with them. If you are a woman who feels this way, try your best to understand, but you may need therapy. However, there are those mothers who are simply just not ready to deal with the truth, and they refuse to admit to their mistakes because of the shame. This is where you as a daughter may be affected because you are looking for answers to many unanswered questions. Ma'am, do you remember when you and Dad had a fight? I was 7 years old. Can we talk about this? This is an example of a question you may ask your mother, and chances are you will get this answer. I don't want to talk about that. You are an adult now. You should move on from it. The problem here is that your mother does not understand that this affected you then, and no matter how old you are now, it still affects you. And perhaps if she addresses it, it can help you heal. In fact, it can help both of you heal. A lot of mothers fall out with their daughters because of many reasons, and these may include a broken marriage which led to single parenting. Your mother strived so hard for you, and she feels that she owes no explanations or answers to your questions, and rightly so, she feels that way. Some mothers are still angry at your fathers, and this can psychologically affect them, but not all of them. Some mothers lead a happy single parenting life and raise their children very well with no psychological problems. According to research, mothers who still hold a grudge against their children's fathers will do the following: refuse to talk about your father and refuse to show you your biological father because they feel that your father deserves no right to be in your life since he abandoned you. Well, this is true, but how about if you are looking to know who your father is? Do you deserve to know who he is? I think you do. You have every right to know who your biological father is, regardless of the differences between him and your mother. Some mothers mistreat their daughters because of the good relationship they have with their father. Do you find that you have a good relationship with your father, but strangely your mother does not like it? She will not tell you she does not like it, but you will see this through her actions. She may scapegoat you and make you feel victimized and unworthy. And one of the ways she will do this is by using your siblings to gaslight you. She will be best friends with your siblings, and they will make it clear through their actions that you are not part of them. If you've experienced this, you will understand what I mean. Another way your mother will psychologically torture you is by expressing that whatever you do for her is never good enough. She will praise your siblings for farting, and she will slam you for it. This is just a joke, but I am sure you understand exactly what I mean. A mother who scapegoats you will always remind you of everything you did wrong when you were a child. These are only a few of the many things these types of mothers do. By the way, they will also befriend your friends. They might befriend them or attack them, because to them, you are their property, and no one deserves you, and no one is allowed to make you happy. Now, you may be looking for peace and a way to understand your mother, to be a happy family, but I hate to be the bearer of bad news, because this is most unlikely to happen, especially if your mother is a narcissist. Narcissism is a psychological delusion that is very seldom cured. However, if you feel you have the skills to deal with a narcissistic mother or anybody who's narcissistic, then be prepared to do some of the following things. Do not respond to abusive remarks, because that will get you nowhere, as everything you say will be twisted to make you feel bad and to put the blame on you and make you feel guilty. Number 2, do not ask questions that you know very well will lead to a hot argument, because she will never give you the correct answers. Remember, she is also struggling with the truth and fighting with the truth. Number 3, do not look for praises when you do something good for her, because she does not want to give you that credit. This woman despises of you, but please always remember, it is not your fault. Number 4, do not pay attention to the gaslighting projected on you by her or your siblings. It is only done to get your reaction and to make you angry. Number 5, do not complain about anything regardless of how hurtful it is. Find other safe ways or professional ways of dealing with it. When you complain, they love it. Number 6, do not make friends with her friends. In fact, keep away from her circles, because they already know her side of the story. And trust me, they are not interested in yours. They are being loyal. Can you blame them? Number 7, do not explain your credibility. Trying to defend your credibility makes you even more vulnerable, because you may find that whoever you explain to may not quite understand or even be able to help you. I mean, what can they do except listen and give you some words of comfort, or even gossip about you? To be blunt, this is what tends to happen. Plus, not everyone may understand what you are going through. Besides, falling out with your mother or any of your parents is a taboo in some people's ears due to their culture. Where I come from, a mother is considered a god, the god of the earth, and she has every right to do whatever she wants without question. In fact, they believe she can get away with anything because she is mother. falling out with your mother is an abomination. In my opinion, every mother should be loving, caring, forgiving, and firm but fair to all her children. Unfortunately, not all mothers are like this. Now, those are the few don'ts. Let's look at the do's. Number 1, do forgive your mother, and this does not necessarily mean you allow her to continue to treat you unfairly. Number 2, do remain loving and caring, and you do not have to fight to prove this. Feel it within your mind, and I know it's easier said than done, but you will only do this for you because resenting her will only damage you. Number 3, do wish her well, and if you want, birthday cards, birthday presents can be delivered to her. If she does not want them, she will let you know. And of course, you can respect her wishes and stop offering any gifts. Number 4, do look after your mental well-being. In fact, this is the number 1 priority on the list. Seek therapy, seek counseling, meditate, etc. Remember, your mental health is the highest priority. Number 5, do say good things about your mother if there is any, but say nothing at all if there isn't. There's no point lying for her. I mean, there must be some good memories of your mother. She cannot all be bad. She brought you into this world. So let's embrace that. Perhaps she paid your school dinners or school fees. Embrace that. Find those little things that she did that were good for you. This will help you heal. Now, for the bad things she did, such as verbal abuse, mental abuse, gaslighting, physical abuse, these are unforgivable, but you must find ways of forgiving these because, as I mentioned earlier, you are forgiving her for you. Holding a grudge will only affect your health. Seek therapy, seek counseling, speak to someone you trust. Many mothers don't even know they are abusive to their own children because they were abused too when they were young. So the way they treat you is all they know. According to research, a lot of mothers who were mistreated by their mothers end up mistreating their own daughters, and it's like a generational curse. Be the one who breaks that curse. Be the loving mother to yourself, because you are not a child anymore, but the child in you is demanding to be addressed. I understand that. That's why you must forgive your mother for you and be the mother for you. Stand in the mirror, for example, and tell yourself, I love you. I am your mother now. Louise Hay, an author who's late now, may she rest in peace, teaches a lot or taught a lot about the family within you that you must communicate with in order to heal the child within you. She wrote a lot of books about self-love, and there are many YouTube clips that you can look at that will help you heal. She also teaches about affirmations and manifestations, etc. Check her out. You will thank me later. Number 6, do as you wish without feeling guilty. For example, if you feel that keeping in contact with mother distresses you or upsets you because of the cruel things she says, then go ahead and cut contact. This is easier said than done, I know, and you will find it difficult to cope with, but if it gives you peace, then cut her off, cut contact with her. She will reach out for you, and you may feel bad about not answering. But what's the use of answering when all she does is upset your spirit? Cutting her off does not necessarily mean you don't love her. It just means you are resetting boundaries because you are not a child anymore, and if she wants to contact you, then she must learn to respect you. If she asks why you do not contact her or answer her calls, then go ahead and tell her the truth. If she continues and pays no notice of how you feel about her verbal abuse, then cut contact again. Go by your terms. You've got to find the bravery to do this without fear. I can assure you that the fear in you is the fear of that traumatized child who was controlled. She's still inside you and she's crying out for help. So please help that child within you by seeking professional help. Therapy, as I mentioned earlier, counseling, mentoring, all of this will help. There's a lot of things I can say about toxic mother-daughter relationships, but let me leave this here for today. There's a lot of things I can say, including father-son relationships. So next time I will talk about the narcissistic fathers to their sons. Did you know that even children can be narcissistic towards their own parents, and that's nothing to do with their upbringing? Please subscribe to my YouTube channel and you will hear more of my teachings. Please note that I have recorded and I keep recording these teachings in order to help many people out there who are struggling through getting through things that affect their mental health. As a qualified professional in counseling, teaching, mentoring, and life coaching, I created this channel to give back to the universe, and I shall continue to help you. I promised you in my clip 1 that I will give you my all my knowledge, all my therapy. Allow me to help you. I hope you have enjoyed learning from me today. Thank you. Goodbye.